So Raid had an update and we need to talk about it. Hello everybody, I'm Roadblock. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Okay, I woke up today, got on Discord, and saw that they had added leaderboards in Raid Shadow Legends. And this is what they look like, right? You've got top arena and dungeons. You've got a breakdown of all three of the arena areas. And then you have a dungeon area for pretty much all of the dungeon. You've got the big four and then the two enhancement dungeons. Who is this for? Right? Like, I don't really know who was asking for this. I saw somebody in my clan today say like the rewards seem like meh for these areas, which I agree they are. I'm okay with meh rewards for something that, I mean, is really just 100% geared towards people that spend money. I just don't know that we were asking for this, right? Like we, meaning like the raid community. I don't know that I was chomping at the bit for leaderboards to tell me how bad I am compared to the rest of people that spend way more money than I ever have. Feel free to let me know in the comments if you guys think I'm wrong, but I am going somewhere with this, so please stick with me through this video because there's more to this than just maybe a failed attempt. Listen up, I just got a new promo link that you can use to follow along with me on my latest free-to-play adventure and get a free Elenaril as well as 3 more powerful epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get Elenaril right after signing up, as well as Fayne, Uugo, and Tagoar as you progress through Raid. Click on my link right now and let's crush this together. There's 2 things I really want to talk about in this video, and one is what this could have been, and 2 is why it's so upsetting for me. There's also a third thing I want to talk about, and that is the fact that I'm again being critical of Raid Shadow Legends. I've actively been trying to avoid critical videos lately because I get a lot of heat in the comments and because they don't do very well viewership wise, of course. But here's the reality that needs to be said. We need to be critical of this game. We need to be critical of a game that we love. You can love something and still say, that could have been better. That could have been done better. And I think it's important that we still call them out when they mess up. When they do something good, I also try, to commend them and say, hey, good job. I like this. Lately, I feel like I've been saying a lot more of, I don't like this, but I do think that, like Chimera, for example, I like Chimera. I actually do. I know not everybody does, but I'm okay with Chimera. I feel like they kind of did that well right out the gate. Like there was a level of challenge for me. I'm only recently got to Ultra Nightmare difficulty in Chimera on my main account. So there was a bit of challenge and progression as I learned the fight and evolved my strategy a bit. It wasn't just throw enemy max HP. I mean, it is throw enemy max HP champions, but you still had to have a right balance of support. You had to bring the correct support to the team to really optimize it, and you had to cover a lot of bases. Like, I actually really enjoyed that, and they didn't do one thing that I hate. While they created that system for the trials, I like the way they did that, the trials, right? Because I don't have to do it. I can just have the option of increasing my score and getting better rewards, but I can still get the base rewards and still do it. And if I don't have the right champions to create to get the maximum score and all that stuff. And I like that. I like that I get to play the way I want to play and other people can still go for max points and maybe feel a little bit more of a challenge. Me, I just want to beat it and get the highest score that I can on my account. And I'm able to do that and not really feel like I'm missing a whole heck of a lot. So I really do like Chimera, and maybe I didn't speak highly enough of it when it came out, so I will own up to the fact. But I do feel like I'm being awfully negative recently about Raid, but I want to emphasize the importance of us speaking up and saying, hey, we don't like this, because people joke and people say, oh, Plarium doesn't care and all these things, but they do on some level. They don't want their game to fall apart. They don't want to lose half of their player base over something, right? So they do kind of care on some level. Not everyone agrees with that, but I believe that they do. And they're going to try and make sure that their fan base is happy within limitations, boundaries that they set, right? But they don't know what is a problem unless we are actively discussing it and saying, hey, this isn't fun, this isn't enjoyable, this isn't what we want, these are the things that we want. And a case in point is epic empowerment. I mean, this was something that was being called for a very, very, very long time, and then they gave it to us, and that everybody was super excited. Little did we know that that was probably a big precursor to something way further down the line in hard faction wars, because having epics in that is necessary, and having them empowered is even better. So, you know, sometimes this is a long building process, right? But the point that I'm trying to make is, I know you guys are going to come at me in the comments and say that I'm, you know, maybe being too hard on Raid or whatever, but the fact of the matter is, I think that we need to be critical and we need to communicate to Plarium. Even though I'm a small channel with a small fan base, we still need to communicate to them and say, hey, we don't like this. And maybe I'm saying maybe that's unfair. That's where the comments come in. You guys can let me know how you feel about this, but me, I don't like this. Now let's talk about why. So reason number one is because this could have been so much better. They could have incorporated friends, clan, something, right? I would love to know where I stand within my clan on a leaderboard dedicated to my clan relative to the rest of my clan, right? Like, how am I stacking up? How are my clanmates stacking up, right? As a clan leader, I would love to know who's struggling in PvP, who is not performing, so I can sit there and say, hey, I saw that you're having some difficulties. What's going on? Oh, well, my speeds are too low. Oh, have you tried putting stone skin on your team, right? Stuff like that, right, guys? Like I would have preferred to see a clan section of the leaderboards for me to be able to look within our clan and have fun competing amongst a group of 30 rather than a group of potentially millions and only seeing the top 100 who are blowing me out of the water. I mean, you know, I've been doing a ton of Tag Team Arena lately because I'm trying to get to gold for Ramatu's missions, and I've got 1,147 points, and we're talking about 2,700 next highest, right? Like, I'm not in the conversation. I'm greater than 100, and I'm gonna remain greater than 100 on all of this. And I get, like, that's just how this is going to be. I'm okay with that. I'm not mad about where I'm at in the leaderboards. I just wish that they did something. They could have done so much more with this. Like, clan leaderboard would have been awesome. We've been asking for that kind of stuff, I feel like, for a good bit, right? Like, we've been saying, like, hey, friendly PvP battles. Hey, let's see, like, you know, replays of battles and things like that, which I understand those are, you know, replays in particular are probably somewhat challenging. I've never made a video game, right? So I don't really know all of what's going to go into it, server load issues and things like that. So, you know, I get that what I'm asking may not be as feasible, but if you can make these leaderboards, you could make a clan one, and I think that would go over so much better. I don't care about rewards associated with it, but I would love to be able to, you know, we do this even now. We do this even now where we talk a little smack about, I'm second in my clan boss team, right? And I'll talk smack to the other guys and be like, oh, look at you, Vodka, falling short today. I beat you by almost, you know, a little over 50 million. Just saying, you got to step it up, dude, right? Like, we have fun, we banter, we joke, and we can look at leaderboards and get that same kind of value. Now, maybe there's a place where I can see that. Obviously, like in the member screen, I can see that they're all gold 4 or 5, but I don't really get more than that within what they have given us. So, and now let's talk about the other big problem. Okay, so this is a recording from earlier today before I was ready to actually like do my recording, and I was just doing Iron Twins to work towards Marius, right? That was my goal. We're going to work towards Marius. That was one of the missions that I had, right? But check this out. Look what happens when I finish the boss. Boom, boss died. This is what happened. This video is 2 minutes and 13 seconds long. I'm not going to make you guys sit here for 2 minutes, but let's fast forward. There's a minute, okay? Still going. That's 2 minutes, right? This happened every single time using multi-battles that I defeated this boss. I had to sit there for 2 minutes and 22 seconds that I had to sit there. Those are the last things I needed for Marius, by the way, right there. But here's my point. Why am I bringing this up in a video about the leaderboard? Because your development time is being dedicated to something that I don't think the community was really wanting, and yet you still have bugs in your game that are, I don't want to say game breaking. I feel like that's too much, but large inconveniences. That was a massive inconvenience. Something that should have taken me 5 to 10 minutes to do took me twice as long, essentially. And I'm upset about that, but I'm more upset when you spent development time creating leaderboards I don't care about, and I don't think most of the community cares about, while you still have these glaring issues in your game. And that is very frustrating. It sucks. If this was a big, like, let's say, how would I feel different? Okay, what if they gave us friendly PvP and they had this issue? Well, I wouldn't be so hard on them, because they're putting development into what I care about, what I think a large portion of the community cares about. I think, I'm not 100% there, but yeah, they have a couple of issues. You know, I still want them to fix those issues, but when you're doing stuff that nobody asked for, that, like, just, you know, I don't think that it's important, rather than really fixing the inconveniences. Now, I don't know how long it took to develop this leaderboard part, right? It could have been a couple of hours for them to implement it, but still, when you have issues like that in your game, and this is your, you know, little update that you're doing, it just makes it fall more flat for me. And, you know, I was already gonna make this video today, but then that happened, and I was like, hold up, you're kidding me. Like, you created this thing, and now we also have these problems? Like, come on, man. So anyways, I know I'm being kind of negative, guys. I did throw some positive in there, don't forget, but I just wanted to say my piece on it and make sure that we as a community, you know, well, why don't you guys tell me, how do you feel, right? Is this a problem for you? Is it just another, whatever, I don't really care thing? Or, you know, do my points kind of make sense and hit home? I'd love to hear how you guys feel in the comments, good or bad. Either way, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new here, please consider subscribing, as that is the best way to support my channel, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Take care.